Hello everyone. We have probably an hour to film this video. Baby girl is back there. She's sleeping. She's 6 months. It's been a long time since we made a video, but I'm so excited to make this one. We're going to talk about my new car. I got the 2024 Ford Maverick Hybrid Lariat. I want to talk about why we got the car and some of the main reasons that we love it. So most of you can probably tell that I'm a very small person. He's a really tall person. I'm about 5 feet, just like a hair over, and he's about 6'4". So the Ford Maverick has truly been the best car for both of us. Obviously, we needed a way to transport our little one. We needed a way to transport our bikes, and we'll be talking about that later. I came from a 2002 Civic Si. I sold it back in September 2023, right before we got pregnant. I really didn't need the car that much. I landed a job that was really close to home, about a half mile, and so I was just walking or riding my bike. I really didn't want to invest any more money into that car either, knowing that we were trying to start a family. It just wouldn't be worth it. So we sold it off. Eduardo and I returned back to work when our baby girl was about 3 months, so I went back to looking into cars. I spent some time looking into the Crosstrek. Actually, I was stuck on that for a long time. I considered the CR-V, we considered a Pilot, but ultimately, I wanted a car that I was going to be comfortable driving, and I didn't want to be the one to own a big SUV. If we decide to do that, Eduardo will get that. Back in 2020, when the Maverick was released, Eduardo brought it up to me, and it seemed like such a great car. But back then, we didn't really need it. It's not that we weren't in the financial spot necessarily to get one. We didn't really need it at the time. And looking back into the Maverick, I really started to realize that it may just be the best vehicle for us. So I hunted Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist for a while, and finally this one came up. It's the Lariat. It's got the brown leather interior. I like the color. I also would have been into the terrain color, which is like the off-white. There was one that I could have considered, but it was the black appearance package, and I didn't want that. What else? It's hybrid, of course. I also really wanted the spray-in bed liner. Once I found this one, I set up a time to test drive it, check it out, and I just knew, like I said, I just knew that if we got in it, if Eduardo and I both got in it and felt comfortable, I was probably going to get it that same day. And sure enough, we sat in it. Eduardo just barely, not even barely, he fits decently inside this vehicle. And I test drove it, and I loved it. I knew I was going to get it. I knew I was going to walk away with it, and I have no regrets. Granted, I've owned the car for less than 2 months, but I truly feel like this is hands down the best vehicle I could have chosen for our family. Alicia's awake. Okay, we gotta hurry. Aside from all the typical fancy things like the heated steering wheel, the heated seats, the backup camera, things that I just was not used to at all because of my last car, I would probably summarize why we love this car so much is because of the versatility of it. But we broke it down into kind of 4 main things. Number one is it just somehow fits both of us pretty great. I don't feel like I'm swimming in this car. That's the biggest thing that I wanted in my new vehicle is I want a vehicle that is big enough to suit us, but not too big for me. Everything is really within my reach. Something that I complained a little bit about with Eduardo's Mazda is it just feels like everything's far apart. I don't know what it is. Maybe I just didn't care to fine tune the adjustments and stuff, but everything is here. It's pretty intuitive and super comfortable. As we've mentioned, Eduardo's 6'4", and the cars that I've owned, he's always been pretty crammed in it. His knees have always hit the glove box, so I really wanted a vehicle where that wasn't going to be the case, and sure enough, he has some decent room. Even with the car seat behind him, we've been able to make it work where, yeah, he's not too crammed. Second thing is, with it being in the hybrid, mileage is great. Like I said, I work a half mile from home. With my job, I do just very light local driving during the week. Obviously, I need to get groceries, we need to go to appointments, things like that. We've only filled up this tank once, and on this 13-gallon tank, we got well over 500 miles, and yeah, can't complain. The third main reason that we love this car is that we're really able to treat it as our outdoor mountain biking rig. Another thing is that it not only fits Eduardo inside the cabin, but it fits Eduardo's extra large mountain bikes. His tire leaves like an inch. Really? Okay. So his bike has a few inches of clearance even in this 4-foot bed. We were also gifted from our friend one of those B.O.B. Bob strollers, hiking strollers, and yeah, we're able to throw that in the bed and, you know, keep our seats from getting all dirty and things like that. So the fourth thing that we kind of summarized as being a big reason why we love it is just the overall size. Eduardo puts it as it's a car with truck capabilities, and that's exactly what it is. We're able to do all these things that a truck can do, but it's not too tall for me. So again, I'm just a hair over 5 feet. I can take things in and out of the truck bed without necessarily opening the gate, which is really, really cool. I definitely appreciate the ground clearance. His car and my past cars have always been worrisome going over speed bumps and driveways and things like that, but I love this truck. So I know that those 4 things probably aren't like, you know, groundbreaking or anything. There's really not much to it. This is just an incredible, versatile vehicle, and it's just perfect for our little family.
Hi.
And Alicia is awake. Hi, baby girl. So that's pretty much it. We covered everything that I wanted to share. I'd be happy to make more videos and talk about maybe more specific things. If anyone's interested, let me know. All right, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. Woohoo! Burn out! No, just kidding. Get in! Quick and dirty video. Baby's awake. We gotta go.